Hello, hello, hello. I'm here with Elder Scrolls Online Housing Tours. This is the Ship of the Damned. Now, the ship you are about to see is actually the Colossal Aldmeri Grotto ship. We just did some stuff for it for the Witches Festival. Yeah, for about 2 weeks. It took, yeah, putting this thing together. We'll see. Anyway, there's the grotto. Yeah, this is a huge property. You're going to see the ship. You're going to see some other parts of it. But as you can see, I am standing on the bow of the ship here. But you can walk or swim over to that part of the beach. You can actually walk around that island, or at least most of it. If you swim out too far, you get eaten by fish. But in here it's all good. And of course, all the way over there to those rocks in the ruins up there, you can climb along the top of all these different levels. And if you can notice really carefully there between the two waterfalls, let me get down here a bit, you will also see that there we've put a ramp of just a board across. You can walk across that and get up into the other parts of that ship up there. At any rate, there's our little friend Chester. Yeah, he's having a good day. So what you're going to see here, now this is a working guild hall, so you will see our crafting tables and that sort of thing in here. I did have to put that stuff back. It just took so long to do this that having a one-night event hardly seemed worth it. So we've decided to leave it for a while until the snow starts to fly, and we get things ready for the winter solstice, Christmas festival season. So we do have, a bit of a hats off here to the whole, harvest festival sorts of things. Although our particular scarecrow is not the kind you would see, every day in different places. But we had some contests. Counting the skulls on the ship was one of them. And counting the cheeses that we will find in various places was another. The gargoyles, I did questing for 2 days to get the rep to buy those guys. It was awesome. So we would just have a look around the deck of the ship. Now this place is rotting. We've got mushrooms and fungus and different things. This ship's been dead for a long time. Oh, and here is our captain. Yeah, there's Chester up there, and this is Captain Franz. Yeah, nice guy. This thing, I put this in, and I have scared I forget it's there, right? And you're doing thing. I have scared myself so often when that thing pops up. I think I'm on the ship by myself, and then he jumps up behind me and scares the bejeebers out of me. Oh, I guess whatever was in that didn't make it. Sorry about that, guys. I was going to introduce you, but oh well, things happen. So we are going to walk in here. Now this fellow, he used to be a banker, and then he kind of went mad scientist on us, so we put him in here, and he gets to hang out with his wee cat there and does all the things. Not a very wholesome sort of place, but it's for science, right? It's all for science. I'm sure he's doing wonderful things. Well, maybe some wonderful things, but yeah, anyway. And as you can see, we have our crafting tables there too, so that's okay. We'll go to the other part of this ship here. Oh, hello there, fella. Now, I did have, for the night of the event we had in here, I did have some extra torture utensils on here. We had knives and forks and pokey things. It was kind of disturbing, really. And that was one of the contests too, is can you remember, what is normally on a crafting table? We use them all the time, but then this was, there were extras. So can you remember what's there, what should be there, what shouldn't be there? And I guess this person didn't survive questioning, but stuff happens. Or apparently his predecessor. Now she's next, I guess. This is our merchant. She overcharged some people, so what do you do? What do you do? And there's the Blacksmith Station and some little extra Now I'm not sure why that little container right there for pouring something, it just seems so grim sitting there in this setting. Sometimes the imagination is an evil thing. Oh, and there's if you're not going to just want to hold people for a while, see how they're doing. You just stick them up there in the old stocks, and you know what? I think I'd rather go the other way. We're going to go the other way for this. But anyway, this is our ship. We have bought webs and mist and fog. You can see the fog that's in here, of course, when you first walk in. And then you get in, and there's that sort of green haze oozing around the place. But And then down in here, yeah, the place is just being taken over. This poor ship is simply rotting away. And has company. Well, that's good. I don't know, maybe the tree dimension or something. I don't know where these guys are coming from, but. And then there's this over here. This one's kind of, you know, he's an interesting fella. Now I think I'm gonna have to turn this on. Do I? Yeah. There we go. So he lights up. You know, if you just go, you just don't look like you're misery enough, we'll just set you on fire. That's okay then. And we have created these barriers. You can't get through this. You do have to walk certain ways. So it kind of steers you into places with little bits and bobs. Now, one of the contests we had were counting the cheese. There's one of them. So you have to come in here. I mean, it's right there out in the open, but you got to be kind of looking for it to catch it. I thought the fellow that hid those did a really nice job of that. Oh, yeah, yum. You just want to kiss that when you wake up in the morning, don't you? And there's our little pet. Hello, Goober. Hey, Goober. How you doing? Sometimes he raises up like he's going to attack, but I don't think he really means it. This, I think, is my favorite part of the whole ship. I've lost my head. You know that saying, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached? Oops. Poor fella. You're just stretch a little further. You'll get it. You'll get it any minute now. Oh, well, he keeps trying. You know, you got to hand it to him. He keeps trying. That's nice. And we have our lovely little kitchen over here, which, you know, this looks okay. There's nothing particularly creepy about that. Okay, you got little cobwebs there, but you know what? It's not bad. Okay, well, you know, maybe a bit of a, but yeah, okay. Oh, look, the pet. I wonder if he helps cook our dinner. Cook's mascot. Oh, yeah, that, and, yeah, well, that looks good. That's nice right there. Yeah, that's good. That was another contest. How many of those are in, you know, came to dinner sort of thing. They have startled me so many times. I forget the little blighters are there. And here's Uncle Herman or somebody. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but it seems disturbing. The poor little plant's getting boiled alive there or something. Oh, anyway, we've got some creepy pet coming out of the ground there. The things. Oh, yeah. Horsey. Creepy horse. I've never actually used this as a mount. It came with, you know, the edition of the game I bought, but seemed like a good place as any for him. And then, of course, our lovely bedroom, which apparently hasn't been cleaned for a while. We're really going to have to talk to the maid. The place is getting a little bit out of hand. I love how the cobwebs, you know, they come through the walls and that, but they add these little touches here and there that just work so well. I thought that was it worked. It worked really nicely. Oh, and we have Evil Crow over here. I'm sorry, but you're just not that. That's the thing. Purple eyes, that's your first clue, right? Must be evil is Evil Crow. And then we head back into our interviewing office. Yeah. And now we'll go down here. We'll go have a look at, now, you know, when you've gone through all this stuff, it's like you need some sustenance, right? So you walk through wow, I need more pet spiders though, right? We need to have spiders like all over these webs. It would have been epic, but I only have the one. So you do what you can. Now we did have a very nice feast here. I have to admit, parts of it are a little disturbing, but some looks pretty wholesome. I mean, the little kebabs there look good. More grub things. Grub kebabs? I don't know, whatever. And I'm not sure what that is, but it looks a little rare for my taste, just saying. But the rest looks pretty nice. Just a nice, healthy meal. We have a shimmering cheese, or shivering cheese. We get all the proper things. We have salad and breads and cheeses. Oh, we even got a little fondue thing going there. That's nice. There are the pies, the fruit. Yes, I'm standing on the table. Just don't tell my mother. It'll be fine. Lots of wine. That's always nice. That's good. Ooh, soup. Because you know that looks delicious, right? And a cheese. And of course, one must have beer. Can you really have a party without beer? Now, we got all of these chairs by accident one time. My main guild officer, Rhino, he thought he was buying one because it was pretty cheap, and he ended up with 10 of them. So it seemed, we bought the table to go with it. It seemed like the right thing to do for this particular party. Everybody has food. Now some of these settings are actually 2 pieces. I believe the chicken one there next door here comes with utensils. This one did not. So we had to put a place sitting down that had the utensils and then put the plate over the top to make that work. But that was okay. That worked out well. And we have our interesting candles here. You've got some skulls you can play with. You can stack them up, knock them down. I have to be, you can play around if you get bored with the conversation at dinner, and that's okay. It's all good. 'Tis all good. And I guess they put this chair here for me as Guildmaster. And look, I have a cheese. My very own baked cheese. But there, I guess, the baked cheese. Okay, I see what he was doing there. That's good. There's the front of the ship with the mammoth skull there on the front, which worked out pretty well for this particular ship. Yeah, I think so. Winchester having a flyover, an endless flyover, more gargoyles. It was a pretty good setting. And then, of course, can you really have a witches' festival, Halloween, Samhain? Samhain would be more of the feasting part, Halloween, the creepy part. The witches' festival in here, the witches seem kind of evil in this game, or at least questionable, a lot of them. So the graveyard seemed like a good place. Is he going in the ground, or, I would say, is he going in or coming out? But his neighbor here is definitely trying to find his way out. He's not happy here. Okay, mounts. I got to tell you, this one here, damn it. You buy these crates, you get these crates. You keep hoping for a mount, right? Well, they finally gave me one. Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of crates later, I finally got a mount, and it was already dead. They couldn't even give me a live one. I ended up with a dead crate, or a dead mount from a crate. So I thought, let's just bury the poor thing and get that over with. I don't know. This is just another, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it looks a little disturbing, trying to crawl out of the grave here. And it's actually one of those scuttle blooms from Merkmeyer, tipped upside down and buried. Poor wee mate. 'Tis awful. And, of course, the fungus in the bodies. Now, this is called a briar heart tree. Now, when I first heard about it, my partner's name is Briarstone. And I thought, oh, briar heart, that's so sweet. And it's this big, beautiful tree. It looks, it's all the twisty branches, and it's got the nice red maple-type leaves on it. And I just loved it, and I thought it was great. So I bought it, not knowing this. So it was perfect. It was perfect for this, right? It's totally, I don't know that I'm going to plant it in many gardens I have. Now, it occurred to me I could bury the bottom part because most of the bodies seem to be around the base of the tree here. I could lower that and plant, put plants all the way around it. And maybe that one that's growing up here could be, I could have some sort of fern growing off and hide it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a way to work with this thing or not. But, we'll give her a try. Oh, and another cheese. There you go. So this is our wee graveyard. We managed to get a lot of gravestones, and I think there's only 2 of them that are copied. They're all different, which is, I didn't know there was going to be that many. I thought that was quite nice. That worked out well. So there we have it, the Ship of the Damned. This was our Witches Festival event. We had a costume contest, I guess. 100,000 gold, or 50,000 gold, I can't remember, to the winner. We had somebody else, one of the guild members, Essie, again, one of our officers, donated 100K in something. We also had the contest for counting the skulls and the cheeses, and lots of gold was handed out. So that was kind of fun. That was a good time. And there we go. This is where you log in and out of the place. So there again, the Samhain Harvest Festival sort of thing going on. And there be your boat. And I hope you enjoyed our little tour. I will be ripping all this apart now, trying to figure out where I'm going to store all this stuff until next year. And starting to get either this place or one of my other houses ready for the winter season of happiness and fun. And there you go. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the little tour, and I will be doing a proper tour of this place when I get it remade into something a little less grim, because like it's a huge property and you can wander all through these areas. You can get on top of these various platforms, and it's quite nice storage over there. Sorry, it looks like a yard sale, but at any rate, there you go. And I'll give a proper tour of this in the future, but for right now, it's just the Ship of the Damned. So to everyone who makes my life possible, thank you so very, very much. Live your life happy. Build it beautiful, guys. Bye-bye.